Hello, fellow fans. I'm Mark, and united with me is my co-host. It's the Alpha to my Omega, the Aries to my Aristotle, the Apple to my Apricot. Is that an A? It's an A, right? Apricot? A?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Bryan.
What would
Hey, Bryan,
apricot?
what's
What would
up?
apricot be without an A?
It's true. Hello, fans. It has been a while. I've missed you. I've missed you. Bryan, we actually got to see each other in person. It was glorious.
Good. That was very brief, but we did. We went out to lunch, went to Disney Springs. It was great.
Did whole lot of nerd shopping and catching up. We are back after a brief vacation, but fear not, friends. We are still uniting and we are still nerdy as ever. Be ready as UWF starts now.
All right, let's do this one last time.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Football is life.
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
X never, ever marks the spot.
Is Star Wars the one with the little wizard boy?
This is the way.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Ah, chills. Literal chills.
Bryan, hello. And fans, hello there. Thank you all for uniting with us as we talk about all things fandom. Please give us a rate or review wherever you listen so we can unite with more fans out there on the UWF network. Follow UWF on Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, and Discord. Don't forget about those Discord benefits. We'll keep giving you that link, fun chats, and you get to be guests on episodes, and we love it. Bryan, it's been a while. Our last episode, we reviewed the Thunderbolts. We've seen a lot since then.
You've seen more than I have. I've been in the process of moving across the country, which is why we have not recorded in a while. I'm recording from some new digs. Do people still say that?
Sure do, old man.
Good morning. I'm Wilfred Brimley, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about diabetes.
Regardless, I'm the reason there hasn't been an episode of United We Fan or an episode of Goats and Goats for that matter. So sorry about that.
That's fine. Bryan, we can do some quick reviews. Friends, please follow us on X, Twitter, and Instagram. We do post our movie and TV show reviews whenever Bryan and I watch something. So, Bryan, you and I separately, but we saw a movie called Friendship. And
this hasn't been discussed on the. I'm happy to discuss it.
Yeah, no. I don't think we have because that was.
No, you're probably right.
It's in May. Yeah, that was in May. I
love that movie so much.
I don't think I was the audience for that movie.
Do you watch anything Tim Robinson? How I think, or I think you should leave, anything like that?
Like quick clips.
Okay, so like him in the hot dog car, you catch it on like TikTok.
Like when he's going to the drive-through.
55 hamburgers, 55 hot dogs.
Let me go, I want to go.
Please let me go, I'm doing something.
Stop! Please let me go! Please let me go first! I'm doing something!
Hi, can I take your order?
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 100 tater tots, 100 pizzas, 100 tenders, 100 meatballs, 100 coffees, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
Okay, that'll be $680.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tim-
I mean, don't get me wrong, fans. There were people in the theater having really good laughs.
Oh my gosh,
And
dude. When he talks about the OVD dining shoes and when he loses one, dude, I died. That movie is so funny. So you're telling me the funniest thing Tim Robinson's done for you is probably the Bubba basketball clip from SNL.
Here's what that is pretty good. Here's what I'm gonna say is I felt like I was watching a foreign language movie and everyone else knew the language, but since I didn't have subtitles, I was not in the same.
The scene with the toad when he licks the toad. Dude,
Give me a bad toad.
that movie It's available if you want to like rent it at home. It's still not streaming. I'm gonna give him my $20. I need to watch it again, and I need to watch it again now. That movie made me laugh so much. Have you seen the Tim Robinson I Think You Should Leave clip with him on the zip line while he's part of The Bachelor?
No.
Okay. You're missing out. I Think You Should Leave is so funny. Detroiters, also on Netflix. If you need to just kind of be introduced to who Tim Robinson is, watch Detroiters. It is excellent, and it's not overly Tim Robinson.
I think the combination of his humor plus being an A24 movie, I was ooh.
That movie. Again, two opposite ends of the spectrum. You're at least admitting that you know there's an audience for it. It just wasn't you. I was absolutely the audience for it. I thought that movie was so funny.
So, friends, since I have A-List, shout out A-List, AMC. I do double features a lot. That was an A-List movie, but the double feature that day was that and Final Destination Bloodlines, the latest Final Destination. Really good stuff.
Is this Final Destination 6, 7?
It's either 6 or
It's
7.
at least 6, because 5 was the prequel one.
Yeah. I mean, the first one is still my favorite. It was good.
2, the log truck?
Oh god, that's the second one.
Yeah.
I still get scared.
Yeah.
Log trucks. So check that one out. I wouldn't say scary, but I would actually say a really good installment into the franchise. I felt like it didn't follow some of the rules in the mythology, but still really good. Check it out whenever you can. Bryan, I know it's a horror movie. Are you maybe? What if I tell you it's not scary? Are you gonna check it out?
I've seen. If this is the 6th Final Destination, I've seen 4. Like
Did you see the
I'm
theme
okay
park
with
one with the roller coaster?
Yeah, is it? Yeah, it is a roller coaster. You're right. I think that's 3. Log truck
That's
would be
3.
2. Plane to Paris is obviously 1. So I think
Yeah.
4 is the only one I haven't seen because I've seen 5 because you didn't pick up on that it was a prequel the entire time until you figured out at the very end. But I remember that too.
The Final Destination, which was supposed to be the last one, was a hit, and then they came out with, I think, Final Destination 5 after that, and that one wasn't that good. I think that was the one with NASCAR, or I don't know.
Maybe there's 7 then, because the guy from Trial and Error was in the prequel one. That's what I remember.
That's true. Let's see. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
We
loved
almost did an episode about it, but we didn't want to rush it.
Friends, we talked about it, but Bryan and I have been talking about a Mission Impossible episode for so long, and we just said for creative reasons we need more than just a quickie. So yeah, we held off, but I loved it. It's going to be probably in my top 5 for the year. I don't know why I said probably. I am bummed out that little rat beat it in the box office and that it's just doing okay numbers for Tom Cruise. I had no complaints about that movie. I don't get why everybody was. A lot of people had thoughts on it. I didn't have any. I loved it.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I mean, it was a Mission Impossible film. I can see this one was a little more convoluted than some of the others.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody complained that the first 30 minutes was exposition to set up the film. It's like, yeah, have you ever never seen a Mission Impossible film before? That's what they do. That's how they work. You've got to pay attention. The submarine scene is incredible. Like just
he's there.
Yeah, and the way they play with the water levels and everything, dude. The submarine scene was unbelievable.
Yeah, I definitely need to catch it again before it leaves theaters. So highly recommend.
That little rat's
Bryan
doing well. We were wrong about that.
I know. Well, do you have, what is your Rushmore of Mission Impossible then?
That's not on it. I don't think that's top 4. Fallout number 1.
Yeah.
Fallout's incredible.
I did a rewatch of all these to get ready for it, and man, I love them.
Fallout. It's
Not
probably
the
4
second
through
one.
7. It's probably 4 through 7. I think I like Dead Reckoning just a little bit more than the Final Reckoning, but they're obviously build off one another. Haley Atwell's awesome. I would go,
Gorgeous.
4 through 7 are my top 4.
The second one, oh my God, it was very, very, like, I hate being amongst the popular people who just
The one with
trash on
Tandy Newton?
What?
The one with Tandy Newton? The second one?
Oh yeah, the John Woo slow turn, it hurt.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: the first one's not aging well with me. That's definitely not on my Rushmore. And the third one, actually, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
The first one's dated, for sure.
Those
And it sucks
laptops,
when they
oof.
kill off Gordon Bombay.
Oh,
Yeah, I had her name right. You had me questioning myself there for a minute.
Who?
Whatever.
No, like the first one has its points, and they really validate the existence of the third film in number 8, which was really surprising. It felt kind of MCU-ish, where, hey, that's convenient. We can use that.
Ooh.
We did something so many years ago. But no, like, I think I really like 8. Again, if you're complaining about exposition, you're just complaining about that franchise. But it was good. I mean, I think we can say it. How, like, it can't be over. It can't be. If you're gonna let him walk away, then the entire world is gonna be in trouble again.
Did you see the online rumor that Rebecca Ferguson, that was the back of her walking away when he turned around in the London Square there?
Oh, I hope not.
I don't like going back and watching Dead Reckoning. I'm going, no, she's dead.
Super dead. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like, how are they going to bring John Wick back? But they're going to be doing it. So before we get to the Disney double feature, I'm going to talk about a quick shout out, a movie called Bring Her Back. It's an A24 horror movie. Oh my God, this was depressing. It was okay. It's getting really good reviews. I wouldn't give it a really good review. I'd just give it okay. Check it out at home, but very heavy. A24 though, you're cranking it out. Good for you, but Bryan, for double features, Disney double features, we have the Blue Rat and then Snow White finally on Disney Plus, and I watched it.
That's not the part of the double feature for Disney I was expecting. So how was it?
When you watch a quality fantasy type movie like Wicked, and then you watch something like Snow White, you see that there was just a lower standard. And I'm not saying this is not about performances. The performances in the movie were okay, but it just was not, they didn't shoot highly, I feel like. And then I also, the Seven Dwarves, I know one actor came out and said, how dare they? So Disney changed everything. And then actors in that community were very upset because they lost jobs because of it.
Well, yeah. Like just because Peter Dinklage doesn't need the job doesn't mean 7 others don't.
Bryan, several of them looked like the trolls from Ernest Scared Stupid, which that movie terrified me as a kid.
Not a compliment.
No. So, watch it. There are some really nice visuals in it. The new songs are okay. But it's definitely not top of the Disney live action remakes.
Which isn't a high bar to begin with. Rachel Zegler has crossed the likable threshold for me, and I don't think there's ever recovering. I do not enjoy her.
Her interviews didn't help. Whoever the costume designer, it looked like somebody was making a Snow White movie and didn't have full permission from Disney. but it was Disney when they made her costume, and then the looks for everybody just it didn't work. There was just a lot. I mean, it's not god awful, but oh man, when you
The one review I heard, and I'd love your opinion on this, is that Gal Gadot was out for a paycheck and nothing more.
I don't think it was a paycheck movie for her because I think she got to do something different. She sang. I think she got to do something different. So I don't think it was paycheck, but I don't think she minds that she got a nice paycheck and doesn't really have to deal with a sequel.
Yeah, that sequel should be out the door. They also said like all live action remakes were stopping, and now Stitch is getting a second movie. So they friggin' lied to me.
So Lilo and Stitch, Brian, I think it's been out long enough. Can we do spoilers for the changes that everybody was fired up?
There's only one change people are fired up about. If you aren't aware of the change, you clearly don't care enough at this point.
Yeah.
So spoiler alert, but you don't even deserve that.
I didn't see the problem with the change at all. I was good with it.
So the change is that Nani thinks of the greater good, for lack of a better term, and she goes to college. Now she has this portal gun where she can basically travel back to Hawaii in an instant. So that's a little bit out there. But ultimately, yeah, she's putting Lilo into the system. And Ohana,
no.
But I mean, she is.
It's her family, like
no, it's the neighbors, but the neighbors
neighbor.
are holding her until somebody else comes to adopt her. That's how it's phrased.
Oh, really? I thought it was they were going. No.
Yeah.
No, they're taking care
like the
of
neighbors.
her.
The neighbors are the foster parents, is how I understood it.
No,
I don't know.
I took it as they're adopting Lilo, and so Nani can do school, and then when she's done with that, and she can
I miss
adopt
Ving
her
Rhames.
back.
I wish Ving Rhames was the guy.
Oh my god.
Okay, in the live action adaptation of Lilo and Stitch, no, Lilo's neighbors are not her foster parents. Instead, Nani, the older sister, signs over guardianship of Lilo to the state, who then places Lilo with their neighbor as a foster placement. Those two things contradict each other.
Oh.
So the way I consume the film is it didn't feel permanent with the neighbor to me, but I mean, maybe that's why they want a second film, so they can tie a bow on this situation.
That's not why they want a second film, Brian.
I mean, no, I know, but it's what people are most mad about. The problem is far too many people have based their entire life around Ohana means family and nobody gets left behind, right? So people have that literally vinyled on their wall next to their live, laugh, love signs. And and people got super worked up about it. It registered for me, but I didn't ultimately Lilo's probably gonna have a better life.
That was just it. Neither one of them could make it work. And they literally saw each other a couple days later. She has the portal gun. It's gonna be best for everybody. Like I guess Brian and I have definitions of
this says
Ohana.
The state in turn grants temporary guardianship to Tutu, a neighbor who comes with the family and has been supportive figure in their lives. So the neighbor's a foster parent is how I read the situation. Now, I've seen Angels in the Outfield. The foster parent situation can work out where the local MLB manager will adopt you and your best friend in the foster house. But
I'm sure it's based or inspired by.
I think that's what people are super, super mad about. And if you're offended by the Ohana means family thing, I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of you, but I am making fun of you all at the same time. It's all in jest. It's all good-natured fun, but it's a more natural ending to the film than what the cartoon is.
Yeah. They took a swing and they updated the story. Did you like the changes in the two aliens going after them, Zach Galifianakis not having an accent?
I don't like the cartoon. I haven't seen the cartoon in a decade. My kids.
We're gonna get roasted for
It's
that.
been on in my house. It's just not. The movie's not as good as its reputation. It's just not.
I'm with you. We're gonna get roasted for it though. But
I thought
stand by you.
as far as Disney live action remakes go, this one wasn't bad because they took the most unlikable things for the cartoon for me, namely how annoying Stitch is and how bratty Lilo is, and they dialed both of them back, which made the film far more palatable. The little actress that plays Lilo is adorable, and she did not have the brattiness that the cartoon version has.
Yeah. And Bryan, we've spoken a lot about shows and movies over the years where kid performances are not where they should be. And she played it perfectly.
Yeah, she was great. She was so good.
All right. So, yeah, it is what it is. I saw The Phoenician Scheme, which is a Wes Anderson movie. Bryan, do you hate or dislike Wes Anderson?
I mean, I think hate's a strong word in this situation. Does Wes Anderson has he the Fantastic Mr. Fox is really good.
I can't believe so many people do not think highly of that movie.
I do not like Wes Anderson, and I think I get more annoyed by whenever I see a single frame that I know who did it, and it drives me crazy. Wes Anderson's not my guy, but like all these actors want to work with him for whatever reason.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think his last two movies were some of his weakest. So I think this is a return to top form. Another indie flick I saw was from the director of The Haunting of Hill House, based on a Stephen King short story and starring Loki himself, Tom Hiddleston, The Life of Chuck. This movie is not a good movie for the general audiences. If you're looking for something philosophical.
It's a sequel to Good Luck, Chuck, right?
Oh my God. Do people... Jeez. I do like... No. I think that was a solid joke because I like Good Luck, Chuck.
The Dane Cook movie?
I think it's one of those movies, if I go back and watch it now, I'm going to be upset that I went back and watched it.
That's just Dane Cook and Let's just put that on his tombstone.
Damn. Okay. So, yeah, I don't think it's for...
I haven't talked into a microphone in 2 months. I'm ready to go.
Feeling hot. Yeah, you are. So, when I say Stephen King, think more Hearts in Atlantis and Gerald's Game and maybe some Dr. Sleep, his more like slower developing ones. So check that one out, but be ready for a heavy one. Next up, God, A24 again. Good Lord. The Materialists with Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Mr. Fantastic himself, Pedro Pascal. I liked it. Well, let me rephrase. Chris and Pedro, their scenes, great. Dakota Johnson, Bryan, we don't ever really like to be ugly on the show. All I'm going to say is I have not found her acting appealing, and I don't think it really rised to the level that the other two did. I was also told this was a romantic comedy, and it was not. It was definitely a romantic drama, and there's one or two little heavy storylines. So I don't think this is watch it. It's good, but man, don't go into it looking for comedy like I did.
Yeah, if the Continental Divide is Rachel Ziegler, like Dakota Johnson left that in the past a long, long time ago.
What movie hurt you with her?
What didn't? I mean, Madam Web for sure. The way she talked about Madam Web and being part of the MCU and how important it is for whatever. Like, no, Madam Web. Bye. Felicia.
Honestly, I was watching an interview for this movie between Pedro and Dakota were together, and I hope they're okay with me saying their first name. They were interviewing, and he was being like all playful him, and she just kind of started insulting him and calling him names. And I don't know, maybe it's because it was Pedro and he's just so adorable and cute and makes jokes out of nervousness. But I was like, back off, leave him alone.
She's every bit of. You look up Pedro Pascal in in the dictionary, the opposite is Dakota Johnson. Everything about her. And I mean that goes back to who her dad is too. He's a bit pretentious.
Whoa. Next up, I saw From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. Reading up on it, it was not supposed to be a John Wick movie, and you could kind of tell where they said, hey, we need to stick in some John Wick stuff here and there. At one point, it even became a light John Wick movie. So, really good action scenes. If you like the violence from, the whole series, I would say there's not a bad entry. I haven't watched the Continental miniseries or limited series. So, yeah, check it out.
Yeah, I mean, Ana de Armas, she's fantastic.
Gorgeous, talented. She can kick so much butt.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of, she was in the first Knives Out with Dakota Johnson's dad.
Hey.
The guy that everybody thinks is Bill Engvall. Yeah, that's Don Johnson. That's Dakota Johnson's dad.
Oh, that might be bad.
Here's your sign.
So, all right. I feel like Bryan thought this is what I meant by a Disney double feature. Elio or Elio or Elliot without the t.
Today, Junior.
Bryan, take it away.
I'm tired of Pixar trying to teach me a lesson with every single film that they release.
I didn't think they were really pushing for a lesson.
They were totally pushing for a lesson.
No.
Tired
what is it?
Tired of it.
Make friends.
Wally changed everything. I mean, it sucks. The poor kid. Like, I was kind of annoyed by the eye patch the entire time until like it was the central part to the mystery being solved. So
yeah.
I don't know. It felt better than Strange World, but it felt like it was kind of playing in the same type of rules and universe. Like it just wasn't. It wasn't accomplishing much.
It didn't need to.
Didn't have any great jokes in it. What's the little worm kid's name? He's great. I
loved him.
He was great.
Are you talking about jokes, like how I thought there was going to be bloopers in the credits and there weren't?
Yeah, didn't they say there was going to be?
Yeah,
I'm not going to go back to the movie just to see bloopers. Not Toy Story 2.
Yeah, it's only for the home release.
Oh, that's more ridiculous. I mean, Pixar, gone are the days of it's got to be good because it's Pixar for me. But I still expected a little bit more. And if you want to get real conspiracy theory with this movie, like Disney didn't market this movie like at all.
They spent it all on Lilo
and
Stitch.
It really leans to like a way to justify just to continue to do more sequels. Like, look, our original concepts aren't working. So come see Frozen 3, come see Toy Story 5, come see Lilo and Stitch 2. Like the lack of marketing made no sense. Elemental was good,
but did not take off. It ended up making money. It caught on over time. This is not going to do what Elemental did.
Right. Encanto, same thing. Encanto was good, but it wasn't a financial success. And part of that's the pandemic, right? But
really, it wasn't. I thought the soundtrack pushed that one.
It probably did, but people weren't going to the movie theaters. It was still 2020 at the time. Maybe 2021, but
I thought it was a really good Sony Animation or Blue Sky movie, but it's just an okay Pixar movie. It reminded me kind of like the Amblin movies of the 80s, like E.T., Goonies. I thought it reminded me of E.T. meets The Explorers, for anyone who's actually seen The Explorers. I actually thought it wasn't that preachy, and I was good with that.
I think it's just still trying to send some sort of message that I just feel like Toy Story doesn't try to do. Like, it was all about
if you want to go down
and stuff like that. Which, I mean, it's not a bad lesson. I don't want to be taught a lesson. Like, I don't want the Wall-E messaging.
Brian, are you upset at Wall-E because it was voted as the best Pixar movie of the 21st century?
Yeah, that's a ridiculous poll from Discussing Film on Twitter, X, whatever. Like, the best Pixar movie of this century. Have you seen Monsters Incorporated? If I don't get to choose from Toy Story 1 or 2, then or A Bug's Life, or no, like Monsters Inc., The Incredibles. Don't get me started.
All right, Papa Bear, Brian, did your kids go see Elio?
Yeah, they liked it. I mean,
okay.
they liked it enough. Like, they were at least locked in from start to finish. And I mean, it was only 94 minutes, which is good.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Go down the dark rabbit hole of how much that movie was changed over time.
Oh, dude.
There was really no success for that movie.
Even from the original trailer to what we got, just totally different.
Yeah.
And then I think his parents were alive in the first trailer.
Oh man,
that movie's gone through a bunch of rewrites and changes, which, I mean, I think that sucks for the people at Pixar. They've had a few things happen to them, and I think to see a film that was conceived as one thing come out as something totally different, probably not a great feeling.
Last but not least, I saw F1 the movie. For all you keyboardists out there, no, I'm talking about Formula One with Brad Pitt and Javier Bardem. I loved this movie. I went in there knowing it needed to be a hit and it looked like it was going to be a fun time, but I enjoyed it a lot. Saw it in Dolby. I've heard from friends who saw it in 4DX.
Oh, geez.
God, I can only imagine.
I would have vomited like 20 minutes in.
God, every racing scene, good Lord. It's Top Gun Maverick better. Top Gun Maverick, for sure, there's elements there.
Use your words carefully.
What? I love Top Gun Maverick.
I know.
Okay, actually, Brian, let me ask you this. I'm going to make you pick right now. All right. So the director of Top Gun did Days of Thunder. The director of Top Gun Maverick did F1. I want you to tell me which double feature are you watching.
I haven't seen F1 yet. I've heard two ends of the spectrum. So let me ask you this. Are you an F1 fan? Like, do you watch F1?
Not really.
So that's what I've heard, is the less familiar you are with F1, the more you're actually going to enjoy this film. From a standpoint,
I have a coworker who's obsessed with it and she loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because everybody I've read that really is familiar with the world of F1, which I am not. I'm vaguely aware of it.
Yeah.
I've watched Drive to Survive once, maybe. And F1's just not my thing. So therefore I expect to enjoy the film from what I've read. Right now, I would go Top Gun and Days of Thunder, because I love Days of Thunder, and I don't think near enough people have seen Days of Thunder.
Do you hope they make the sequel, Days of Thunder meets F1? Tom Cruise meets Brad Pitt?
Yeah, I'm in.
I'd go see it.
I hope it's the post-credit scene that you're spoiling for me.
My thing is, dude, with that
Cal
statement
Trickle?
of...
That'd be awesome.
That whole statement of, oh, you got to be a fan. Okay. So you have to be a baseball fan to enjoy Moneyball? Do I need to be a fan of archaeology to enjoy Indiana Jones?
Well, no, I think that's what I'm saying. The opposite, though. Like, because I think if you do the Moneyball comparison, like, what the movie doesn't touch on is the fact that they had an MVP shortstop and they had the most stacked rotation that club has ever had. Right? Moneyball doesn't touch on any of that stuff. So the more familiar you are with it, the more it drags the story down a little bit, and that's what I've heard about F1. But if your coworker is a massive racing fan and the movie, then that's a good sign. Yeah.
Like, I get it. There's sometimes it does, like how Firefighters hate the movie Backdraft with Kurt Russell and Ron Howard directed.
Oh, Backdraft.
Anyways, I highly recommend it. It will probably end up, it's in my top 10 of the year. It will probably end up in my top 5, which last year, Brian, we had a hard time coming up with 5 movies for our top 5. This year, it might be hard for me to only have 5.
Look up the most recent F1 trailer on your iPhone, and it's a haptic trailer. You can actually feel the trailer. It's pretty cool.
Yep. I did that. Well, Brian, that was our movie reviews. On this episode, we're getting you ready for summer. And all things summer, whether it's sunscreen. Brian, do you use sunscreen?
Yeah.
Are you an SPF 50? You look like a 50.
Yeah, I'm quite pale.
You use tanning, Brian?
No.
Are you a bronzer?
No.
You're looking tan.
That's good.
Yeah. There's some tan lines. Anyways, we're getting you ready for summer, and we're going to roll off starting with Christmas in July. Is this a thing for us, Brian? I will start and say I accidentally had Christmas in June. I had a weird week where I started watching Christmas movies. But I make jokes here and there, like when people are like, oh, should I buy that? Yeah, sure. It's Christmas in July. Treat yourself. But I don't think I'm a Christmas in July person.
I've never, as much as I love Christmas, I've never been a Christmas in July person either. Maybe part of that is because my birthday's in July, so it was a good excuse to focus on something else back when I cared about my birthday. I haven't cared about my birthday in a very long time. No,
Brian,
I'm not a Christmas
and I
in
care
July.
about your birthday.
Appreciate that. I'm not a Christmas in July guy.
Okay. Well, to all who celebrate, happy holidays, happy birthday. It is also Captain America's birthday this month. Brian, will you be watching Brave New World? Will you be watching the original Captain America with Chris Evans? Are you going to leave milk and cookies or apple pie out for Captain America on July 3rd?
Plan is to watch the first Avenger at some point this weekend, but that's the only one. I'm not going to watch Brave New World for 4th of July. No offense to Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie, but I don't believe that Sam Wilson's birthday is July 4th.
It's true. So you're not going to leave out milk and cookies?
For Steve Rogers, sure I will.
Oh. Actually, I think it's apple pie and milk or something like that. I don't know.
Gross.
Yeah. All right. Last month, Jaws celebrated 50 glorious years. Came out June 20th, 1975. Currently at an 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb. Way too low. And number 199 out of 250 on IMDb. Way too low. And the winner of 3 Oscars, missing out on Best Picture and them screwing up by not nominating Steven Spielberg. Brian, I have a hot take.
Feeling hot.
I like Jaws too. Yeah, that's my hot take. I like it.
What about the Michael Caine one?
Oh God, the 4th one?
Is that the 4th one?
Yeah, the 3rd one's at SeaWorld. That they don't talk about in the 4th one. They just ignore it. So, yeah, I enjoy doing a Jaws double feature of the 1st and 2nd one.
I can't even tell you the last time I saw Jaws 2.
It's on Peacock.
I can't even tell you the next time I'm going to watch Jaws 2.
That's fine. They are going to be bringing Jaws back to theaters in August. Please go see it. That movie is the reason we have summer blockbusters. And it was the number 1 movie for 2 years until The Force came along. So I love Jaws.
Yeah, I mean, I know the last time I watched Jaws. No, it's probably not the last time. One of the most recent times was we were gonna do a Jaws episode pretty early in the days of the podcast. And I don't have the same passion for Jaws that you do. But Jaws is an all-time film for a reason. I can't say I like the second one, but I also can't say I remember much about it.
I tried really hard, fans, to get Brian. I even sat through the 3rd and 4th movie for Brian. So, yeah, Jaws. Shout out Universal for really promoting the heck out of it with merchandise. It made me happy to see people at the theme parks enjoying it.
That sipper cup was awesome.
Sipper cup was good. There's even a Jaws popcorn bucket. It's pretty good. So, Bryan, we talk movies a lot on here, and we're going to give people our just 5 shout outs of movies that take place during the summer just to get you ready. Yeah. So Jaws is a summer movie, but I'm going to save that off my list, surprisingly, Bryan. Would you like to go first?
I've got an extensive honorable mention list too, so but I can go with my number 5.
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh my God. Is that a summer movie?
Heck yeah, it is.
I even enjoy the second one.
They're at the beach. Yeah, it's absolutely a summer movie.
Second one. You know what? Make it a summer double feature. Watch the second one.
I've seen the second one probably more than the first one. But
I think I have too.
Weekend at Bernie's, Rachel Green's favorite movie.
What is her real favorite movie? Weekend at Bernie's.
Dangerous Liaisons.
Oh God. I'm gonna go Summer School. We talked about it on our episode Back to School, UWF Back to School special episode. I'm gonna go Summer School. I think it's hilarious. It's definitely dated, and man, there's a lot of things that wouldn't happen. But check it out, Summer School.
You know it's coming. My number 4 is Grease. Grease.
Actually, that
Summer
does
Nights.
surprise me.
Absolutely.
Is it?
Summer
Oh
film.
yeah, there's a song called Summer Lovin'.
Yeah,
so I'll give it to you.
The entire film doesn't happen without summer.
Yeah.
Tell me
I'm
more.
gonna go.
Tell me more.
Summer loving had me a blue hell. It's a good movie. I think I saw it somewhere online. I think it's in London. They're doing a interactive musical experience for a Grease production there.
That sounds like 5 years ago me's personal hell.
Jeez. To get you ready for the new one, I'm gonna go with I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's
Does it deserve a remake?
It's not a remake, it's a reboot. Okay. And they brought back Freddie Prinze and Jennifer Love Hewitt for it. So they're getting the legacy people back.
So they didn't bring his wife back, but they brought back his girlfriend.
Well, I think she died.
I know. Didn't Jennifer Love Hewitt die at some point, though? Or is this like
No.
the Halloween franchise where we're going to ignore some of the sequels?
Well, no. The second one, like her friends, I think one of them being Brandy, brought her to an island, and anyways,
I don't remember those movies.
Oh, actually, I think there was a straight to DVD third one.
Jeez.
Anyways, I know what you did last summer because they're making a new one. So yeah.
My number 3. Attention campers. Lunch has been canceled today due to lack of hustle. Deal with it. Heavyweights is my number 3 film for the summer.
That was on my list. Thank you. I definitely have been using the body system lately.
I'm feeling skinny, Tony.
I use the body system.
I love Heavyweights so much, and without a
Is it on Disney Plus?
summer fat camp, oh absolutely.
Okay.
Without a summer fat camp, there is no fat camp.
That movie made me want to drive a go-kart really bad.
Judd Apatow, man. That was back in the early days of Judd Apatow.
Yeah. The director of Bridesmaids is in it.
Also a prequel to Dodgeball.
True. For next up for me, I'm going with a comedy that had a sequel and a sequel, or no, was it a prequel series? I don't know. Wet Hot American Summer. It's got a bunch of actors in it that you'll know. Check it out. It is full of laughs, full of summer camp craziness. Yeah, Wet Hot American Summer.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on a movie we talk about, or on a podcast where we talk about movies. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, no. It's a rare cult following
Okay.
one. Yeah, not
I
surprised
must
at
be
all.
I must have overlapping cult followings then, because I hear a lot about it, but I've never seen it.
Check it out.
My next one. Tell me if it is allowed, if it's not allowed. Wedding season is over the summer, right? I'm going with Wedding
No.
Crashers.
Crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland does.
I
No
don't have any
excuses.
arguments against it, so
Play
I'll
like
allow
a
it.
champion. Okay, fine. I'll take off Wedding Crashers and I'll put Independence Day.
Oh, what a safe answer. I thought you were going to say Step Brothers instead.
Not as safe as, oh yeah, I mean the Catalina wine mixer's in the summer too, so Step Brothers will work.
Oh my God! Can I just say, if anyone ever just throws out a random Catalina wine mixer, out there in the universe, it is wonderful to see how many people turn around.
Okay. Are you saying POW? What are you saying? It's the biggest helicopter leasing event in the Western Hemisphere since 1997.
Next up, I'm going to say The Sandlot.
That's my number one.
Oh no, you have it then. I'll do something else. I will do a different baseball movie then, where summer is in the title, and it's Freddie Prinze Jr. again. And Jessica
Summer
Biel.
Catch.
There is definitely some jokes in that movie that would not fly.
Oh, for sure.
But it is a guilty pleasure. I think it's like a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. So if we ever do a bad movie jail where we're just begging the judge to please let them out, but it'll never happen, that would be on my list.
9%?
I think it is. Might be 6.
That's wild.
Should I look it up real quick? I'm gonna look it up.
All wax poetic on The Sandlot. You had to know I was going to be choosing The Sandlot because The Sandlot is the greatest summer film to ever exist. And the fireworks scene, the 4th of July where they steal all the hot dogs. The Sandlot is peak summer film.
It is an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Summer Catches?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that bad. Teenage me loved me some Jessica Biel, so I didn't notice how bad the movie was, I guess.
No. All right. So then for my last one, I'm going to do John Candy comedy Summer Rental.
Oh, I thought you were going to go The Great Outdoors.
I do love The Great Outdoors, the bear, the all-you-can-eat steak. But then there are some jokes in that movie where kid me did not understand it, and adult me is going, oh my God. So
wonder my mom didn't want me to watch this.
Yeah. So anyways, those are some of our fun. But Brian, you said you had an extensive list of runners up. You want to run them?
I got Caddyshack, got Dazed and Confused.
Oh.
And I've got one of the saddest movies, Stand By Me. Can't see without his glasses.
Oh, well, we hope those movies get you in the mood for summer. Of course, you know.
I also had Palm Springs, the Kristen Milioti and Andy Samberg Hulu movie with J.K. Simmons as the crazy man. I need
to watch that again. I really liked that one.
That's kind of a Wedding Crashers rule of it's at a wedding in the summer, so therefore it counts. It's
fine. The little dance scene where he's going through and she's looking their first introduction to each other, still good stuff. So, Brian, we're talking about summer and we're talking about movies. We're going to look back at the movies that have opened at number 1 so far. And Brian, I want you to say surprised, not surprised, disappointed, or deserved.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? We're going to start with Minecraft.
Oh, so disappointed. It makes me so sad.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, on Max.
Maybe because I watched it with my nephew, I didn't hate it.
No, a listener of the show, Anthony's the same way. He goes, I've seen it 4 times and I don't hate it, and I hate myself for that.
Yeah. I will say, when that Lava Chicken song comes on, myself as well as kids under the age of 10 just light up.
I can't do it.
La 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 lava, chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yeah, it's tasty as hell. Ooh, mama, see now you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a style.
Did your kids like the movie, Brian?
Of course they did. They love Minecraft. I don't know. They love me, so therefore they love stupid stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we all love you, Brian. All right. Sinners. People are
Oh,
praising it.
Sinners is awesome.
People are praising it. I think if moviegoers had their Oscar votes counted for, they would have it as a strong contender for Best Picture, Director, and Actor.
Sinners is good. Have you seen it?
I have.
I really like that movie. It's two movies in one. Like, it's absolutely two movies in one. And the way Coogler blended the two, I mean, you've gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable. Just the way certain things are portrayed in that film. I think that movie's really good. Love that movie.
I'm glad he's saying I've told a complete story for everyone who wants a sequel, but I do want a spin-off of the tribe that are vampire hunters in the beginning.
There you go.
I would love to see their adventures. So, next up, Marvel presents the Thunderbolt asterisk.
I guess nothing else came out that weekend, which is why it was number one, because that one is a financial disappointment for Marvel. But I'm happy it was number one, at least for a minute, because I think that movie is better than anybody anticipated from Marvel at the time.
The director is going to go on supposedly to direct the X-Men movie.
Supposedly. No, I'm happy about that.
I think everyone counted their chickens a little early, thinking it was going to be a huge hit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, it was.
No, it's a pretty big miss financially.
Yeah. Next up, we already talked about it. Final Destination Bloodlines. I was very surprised at how well that movie did, but yay.
Yeah.
So
I have no emotion there.
Yeah. Next up, Lilo and Stitch.
Again, we talked about it earlier. I think it was one of the better Disney live action adaptations. It's done almost $1 billion, and
Minecraft and Lilo and Stitch are close to $1 billion.
Yep. I thought Minecraft got there. Maybe not quite.
And then Brian, next up, How to Train Your Dragon. I have not seen this one yet.
You haven't seen it?
I'm going to at some point, but it's just there's other movies I wanted to see before it.
Interesting. Everybody I know that has seen it has raved about how good it is. I've also got on good authority it's the exact same film from start to finish, which means that Hiccup was not given up by his dad to live with a foster family.
Oh, shoot.
I still don't believe that film needs to exist, but I think they blended real world with the fact that Toothless is still pretty cartoonish is important to me, because if you tried to make Toothless super realistic, he was going to be super ugly and not fun to look at. So I think the blend that they created there has led to success in the film.
Yeah, everybody look up the original artwork. They were going to do a Sonic screw up and make Toothless too realistic.
Too small of eyes and creepy teeth. He would have saved the world in the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers sequel, though.
Brian, I'll rewatch that for you one day, okay?
That movie. I love that.
movie. Shout out to the director of How to Train Your Dragon, because he goes, well, I mean, I knew they were just going to essentially remake my movie, so I might as well just do it. So, yeah. One thing that fires me up, and I keep trying to find out how true this is, none of the writers of the original movies are paid for it being adapted from their screenplays like you would when it's a remake or anything like that.
That's crazy.
They're being treated as original movies. And I need to look that up, because if that's true, then that's just awful.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's one of those situations where it feels like if you basically sign over your ideas to the company, that they then get to sell it like in perpetuity, which, I mean, legally that's probably true, but like ethically that doesn't seem great.
I think I first discovered that with the Aladdin remake. And I just thought to myself, can you imagine if it would never happen, but they got nominated for Best Original Screenplay then? So, yeah. And then last but not least, Formula One F1, the movie, our recent #1 movie. Not surprised. It is exceeding expectations, which it needed to with that big, huge budget it had. And thank you, Apple, for not having it go straight to their streaming platform and for it getting a theatrical run. So,
Well, yeah,
yay.
if you're gonna shoot a movie in that big a format and use IMAX cameras and everything else, like, yeah, you've got to have a theatrical release.
Yep. F1, How to Train Your Dragon, Lilo and Stitch, Final Destination, Thunderbolt, Sinners, Minecraft. Honestly, kind of looking at those titles, maybe not the strongest summer so far, which leads us to this month where we have Jurassic World Rebirth coming out this week versus Superman coming out on the 11th. And then later in the month, the Fantastic Four First Steps coming out on the 25th. Bryan, that new preview for Fantastic Four just blew me away. Superman, I'm getting more and more excited for. Jurassic World, I still have very little excitement for.
Yeah, I have super low expectations for Jurassic World. I'll go see it, but that's pretty much just to support Jonathan Bailey at this point.
I think what upsets me is I think it's going to make more money than Superman.
I think it will too. Well, no, I think Jurassic World is a guaranteed $1 billion hit. People love dinosaurs. Internationally, people love dinosaurs. I think that is the second $1 billion. I thought How to Train Your Dragon was going to perform better financially than it has too. I think it's only at about $500,000. It's not going to get close to $1 billion. I think Stitch reaches $1 billion probably this week. And then Jurassic World, I think absolutely does $1 billion. I think Superman, I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect with Superman. I will obviously go see it. I support James Gunn. But if you ask me which one am I more excited for, is it Superman or is it Peacemaker Season 2 next month? Like, I'm all in on Peacemaker Season 2 personally. So there's that. And then I think Fantastic Four, I actually haven't seen the latest trailer. I started it, and then I stopped watching it. And I probably will cave at some point. But
with the Silver Surfer and her line of...
I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't seen it.
Oh, my God.
I haven't seen it. I'm trying to remain as... I mean, if we're going to follow the MCU is dead, MCU is back timeline, I'm really struggling with Ironheart. Mephisto's gonna pop up probably tonight. We're recording this. The final 3 episodes will drop for Ironheart. Mephisto, played by Borat.
Oh, is it just 6 episodes?
Just 6 episodes. 3 last week, 3 this week. Mephisto, played by Borat, will make an appearance. I'm very much assuming, but it doesn't feel like the show Mephisto should be a part of. None of it makes any sense. I'm really struggling with Ironheart. But I'm not an MCU is dead, MCU is back kind of person. But I think Fantastic Four is going to really scratch the itch that I have.
Yeah, I think it's going to blow everyone away. I don't think it'll bring the MCU back to the $1 billion club. But I think it's definitely going to double what Thunderbolts did.
I mean, it'll double what Thunderbolts did probably in its first weekend.
Yeah. Ironheart, some good aspects, but then the whole joining the Hood gang and all that stuff, I don't really care about. I care about Riri, but not about that stuff.
Yeah, the acting is leaving something to be desired for me. It's just it's not been good. Do not expect an UWF reviews Ironheart anytime soon.
I hate that I don't know her name, but her friend that is the visual, the AI that assists her.
Yeah.
She's from This Is Us, and I love her as an actress. So those two, they're great. But yeah, the whole Hood gang.
Dominique Thorne is Riri Williams, but Lyric Ross is Natalie. is who you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. So, but anyways, Jurassic World has a short buffer before Superman. So those two are going to be battling it out, and then
So do you think
do you
think the top revenue maker of the month is going to be Jurassic World? Partially because it's got a 9-day head start, but also partially just because dinosaurs do well.
of the month? Yeah, I think Jurassic World. I can't believe Lilo and Stitch and Minecraft made so much money. Yeah, I think it'll win July, but I think Fantastic Four will win the long game.
I don't know. I think Jurassic World's a shoe-in billion. I hope Fantastic Four does $1 billion. I think Superman caps at 600, 700 million. People aren't going back to the movie theaters at the same rate this summer as they used to. I know the movie theater industry's not dead, but movie theaters just aren't as busy.
The popcorn game has stepped up.
At
the popcorn bucket
at $60 a bucket.
Yeah, I know. The Galactus one, good Lord. Jeez.
That thing's awesome.
So, yep. So we got you ready for the summer at home and at the movie theater. So we hope UWF has set you up for success. But parents, I have Papa Bryan here who's going to just recommend some stuff, get off my lawn about some stuff. But Bryan's Parents Guide to Summer Fun. I sure hope drinking from a hose is on the list.
Yeah, let your kid get into a little bit of trouble. You've seen The Sandlot. Scrape your knee. Have fun. Get into a little bit of trouble. Let the kid drink from the hose. They'll be fine.
Bryan, do you make your kids put on sunscreen?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's unsafe not to wear sunscreen.
I
you know what I don't. You know why? It's because I don't want to deal with the 11 o'clock. Everything hurts. Everything burns. I can't sleep. I don't want to deal with that.
Do you let the kiddos stay up late because it's summer?
I was gonna say, let the kids have a movie night. Let them do some stuff. There's gonna be plenty that can be caught up on later. But let them go to the pool. Let them have friends. Let them stay out till the street lights come on.
Summer sleepovers. I know you just moved.
If you don't want to pull your hair out, do not go on a road trip, particularly in a moving truck that only has a top speed of 70 miles an hour, and you got to drive 1,800 miles in 2 days or 3 days. Excuse me. It was not ideal.
UWF the Road Show. What could have been with Bryan? God. Well, friends, that concludes this summer episode of United We Fan. We thank you, fellow fans, for uniting with us. For those listeners who want to get in touch with the show, please do so. Discord is there for you, but also we have other ways. Tell them, Bryan.
Yeah, you can find us on Instagram at United We Fan Podcast or on the Discord, like Mark said. Get a hold of us. We'll get you that link over there, or you can shoot us an email at unitedwefanpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. Discord benefits include guest hosting on a show, discussing topics amongst a fun community, and who knows, like I said, being guest judges. We always love to support our Discord members. Thank you again, and listen to us wherever you check out your podcast. We Unite Again fans, please remember your sunscreen, watermelon, and your popsicles this summer. It's going to be a hot one.